Mysterio's working.
Is he on? Is he like on headphones? Are you on headphones, Detective Creeps, or are you just
I am. I just turned them down. Is that helping at all?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out right now. Because if you have headphones on, it shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Let's try again. Over here, still trying to see what could possibly be going on with
I might have just had my headphones up too loud. This mic is real sensitive.
And let me ask you a question. Can you hear the music?
Yes.
Can you hear yourself when you talk from our feed?
I cannot hear myself.
Okay, so then that shouldn't be it then. This is just so strange. I'm like, have no idea why this is happening.
I think we dropped.
Again? And you see, it's saying that we are live and that the health is good. Yet on the screen, there is nothing. And it says 0 viewers. So nobody's even watching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the stream down and then back on.
I hate doing those part 2 things.
I hate that as well, and I am sorry, but it's the only way that it's working. You know, it's just not working any other way. Let's see. I'm gonna shut the stream down real quick. Let's try a new one. Sometimes it just needs, you know, a new scene. I mean, a new link. You know, let's see what happens. So, guys, tell us, is that better? Please.
Are we back online, Detective Creeps?
It looks like we are, but...
It looks like it. Don't want to watch too much. That's some hellacious echo.
If you have headphones on, we should not even be getting an echo. But you know how it is sometimes, it's just, it acts up a little bit. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, well, it's about part of the chorus for today.
That's why, you see,
Seems
that's
like
why...
you do not want to cooperate.
This is why I asked you about the things that make you want to pull the hair out of your head. Because for us, this is it.
Definitely.
Welcome to our world, brother.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I record and upload after that. This sounds like a big old pain.
I mean, when it works is great, you know, but more often than not, there's always an issue with something.
Yeah, the whole "we'll do it live" thing.
I mean, even like professional broadcasts that go live, even, you know, mistakes happen with them, you know, bloopers and stuff. So imagine with us, with this, this is not even professional. This is just, you know, amateur status compared to like CBS going live or ESPN going live with a game or HBO going live with a boxing match or something, you know?
Oh yeah, and that's a whole team of people working on that.
Yep. We're gonna try to right the ship.
I turned my...
You turned what off?
I turned my headphones down. I'm wondering if maybe just they were too loud and this mic's real sensitive.
That could be it too. That could be it.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, so I kind of distanced myself from it a bit and turned the headphones down. Hopefully that'll fix it.
It looks like the echo is gone.
The echo's gone?
I think so.
Well, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I think the echo's gone.
Okay, it looks like the echo is gone, and it wasn't a headphone. It was
What?
It was on our end,
Really?
from what I see, anyway.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. So let us know in the chat. Looks like Midnighter Tales is the only one that's here.
I have no idea who's here.
It says
Yo,
3
let us know in the
watching now.
chat, baby. Who's here? Who's up in this piece? Come
I'm gonna
on.
keep monitoring, so I'm not really gonna hear you guys in real time. I'm gonna keep
Alright.
monitoring the chat.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. But I need to know who's up in the hizzos. We still got Midnighter Tales. Thank you, brother, for hanging around. We love you, bloke. Alright, cool. So we have no echo, which is great, but now I don't even know if we have any viewers. So we're gonna have to re-hit Twitter, re-hit our Facebooks and everything. And we need to, oh, DFP. Yes, Creeps is around. Do you have a question for Detective Creeps? Anyway, so Detective Creeps, back to our interview. We're gonna keep going forward. The show must go on. All right, so what is it that you love about narrating and, you know, storytelling?
For me personally, I like to get into the character. Like, I like, I like the feeling of bringing a story to life.
Wait a minute. Now they're saying
So, like,
they
when I
can't.
do my
hold
videos,
on. Wait. I'm so sorry, but now they're saying they can't hear you. Do you see that in the chat as well? Detective
I
Creeps?
do.
Mysterio. They're saying
Yeah, I see it.
Mysterio's the one that
I hear him fine. I can hear him fine.
Okay. Mysterio says we're good. So yeah, so what's your love about storytelling and narrating?
He's fine.
Just bringing the stories to life, the characters to life. When I'm reading it, like, I see it like a movie playing in my head, and so I want to do that justice. And you know, actually, like, I play the character. I try to bring, you know, the emotion to it and everything, which is fine until it comes to a female character, and then my voice is so deep that I try to change it, but I can't. So it just sounds silly.
I played the role of the evil old hag witch. I think I did pretty good with that. in one of our videos, because we do have videos. We're not all about live streaming.
Yeah.
We do have
an old hag witch.
Yes. Let's see.
I don't even think I can picture that, Ken.
Hello, my pretties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, where were we? Oh yeah. Now, because of what you do, you know, dealing with scary, paranormal, supernatural, creepy things, do you find yourself slinking around the shadows, hiding away from the rest of the world because of what you do, and because how they see you and talk to you once they find out what you do?
Depends on who I'm talking to. Like, some people, I'll, you know, straight up be like, yeah, well, I mean, if you're interested in, you know, like, stories and stuff, like, this is what I do. And then other people, if I kind of can tell that they're not really interested, then I'll just kind of leave it alone. But no, like I like what I do, and I'm that type of person. Like I don't really care what other people think of me a whole lot.
So then you're not
as far as like on the negative side.
So then you're not out for revenge.
No.
Okay, good. Because you know what they say about revenge. Dig 2 graves. One for the other guy and one for yourself.
Absolutely, I understand that. That's how it be sometimes.
Oh yeah.
The day I ever get ready to take revenge for anything at all, I'm gonna know well in advance that I'm ready for, because that's just the nature of revenge. It always takes both.
I was just joking around, but we got Mandy Mortem, baby. She's hanging out with us at Walmart on the checkout line. Thank you so much, Mandy. She's in the Hizzos.
Thank you so much for that. That is so sweet.
We have Aisha 1994 Digital
Mandy?
Arts. She's in the Hizzos.
Welcome. That's awesome.
How do you feel about all these people turning out to see you?
Oh, it's amazing. And a lot of these people I've talked to, at length, and they're all great people. Mandy, Mask. Yeah. These are all amazing people. Just people that you can just sit and chat with and just be yourself around. It's awesome. It's amazing.
Have you ever scared yourself?
You mean like in retrospect? Like, are we getting deep, or just like funny stories?
Yeah, just getting.
In any sort of way, have you ever scared yourself?
When I was getting pretty heavy into drugs, probably a decade ago, I kind of scared myself into getting away from it. So, like, yes, but in a good way.
Alright, we're not gonna ask you to elaborate. It sounds kind of personal, but thank you for sharing that. Do you have any nightmares or fears?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, there's like such a lag. Like, I don't mean to be talking over you. I apologize.
No, that's okay. We understand. Let's see here.
But as far as things like that, it's, if somebody else can learn from my mistakes, like if anybody's having, issues with drugs or anything, like I've always just kind of been an open book, like if you can learn from my mistakes so that you don't make the same ones, then, to me, it's more than worth talking about.
Agreed.
We love you too, Aisha. She says she loves us all, so yeah, Aisha.
We love you more though. More than you'll know. But Dr. Creeps, I mean the doctor. What the hell?
Nice to meet you too,
I keep saying doctor. Detective Creeps. Let me ask you this though. What have you done collaborations so far?
Yes.
And what are your experiences with those? How do you feel about doing collaborations and being a part of it?
It's a lot of fun. That's why I asked you and Evil to take part, and then Raggedy Anzi will be taking part in the next chapter of that story I asked for your help with. Because I like turning things into an audio drama. So I think that's going to be real fun. Last year or year before, we started doing, there's this, an author out there called Black Number 21, I think. And he did like the sunset in Texas, and I'm forgetting the name of the old story that I actually did myself. No, Pasta Noir.
Okay.
And that one I had some pretty big help with. I had man, it was all so long ago.
Okay, well, while you're thinking about that, I'm gonna welcome Auntie Creeps. Hello, Auntie. She's in his house.
Hi, Auntie.
All right, so let's move on from that. Let me ask you this: Are you a fan of scary movies, Detective Creeps?
Well, usually, yeah. Depends on the scary movie. I just can't ever find anyone to watch them with me.
Do you have any favorites?
Man, I had mixed feelings about Silent Hill. I think it was good in its own right. I remember most of the Paranormal Activities because I saw a lot of them in theaters. And the last one I went to, there was actually a guy who was like sitting up near the front, and I finally got my buddy to go with me, and he hates scary movies, but I dragged him with me to this one. And we went there, and you know how there's always that like first obligatory scare that they have to throw in that like it's just there, it has nothing to do with the ghost or the monster. It's like the guy's holding the camera and he's like, oh, you know, what's going on? And then his little 7-year-old daughter shows up out of nowhere and it's like, hi, Dad! And then the music's like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it scared one guy so bad in the front row, he just yells out in front of everybody. He's like, holy crap! And everybody in the theater started laughing. And it was pretty funny.
How do you prepare to, do you have any rituals or anything you do before you, what's your process like before you sit down to record?
Well, I'll usually reread through the story again and kind of pick out voices that I want to give people. You know, and so like I kind of have it all predetermined, like, all right, this guy's going to sound like this guy's going to sound like this, and then just depending on the tone and all that, I'll kind of change my voice sometimes, and then I'll usually take a shot or two of whiskey to kind of loosen up the vocal cords, and then which actually I learned that from Mr. Creepypasta, and he talked to me once about it.
Okay, so what is it? How you do it?
And then just sit down and record.
How you do that? What you just said? Relax your vocal cords.
Oh, just taking a shot of whiskey.
A shot of whiskey?
Really?
To loosen up your vocal cords. That's interesting.
Gonna have to
try it kind of burns out like some of that, extra phlegm that sticks around and everything. So it just kind of burns it out, clears it up, opens your lungs.
Oh,
I never took Mr. Creepypasta for an alcoholic. I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't call him an alcoholic.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we like to tease all our friends, mess around with them a little. He's been here before as well.
Mm-hmm.
He was fantastic.
Amazing. Utterly amazing.
It was just...
I listened to that one. You were both fangirling a little bit.
Yes,
how dare you? I would never, ever lower myself to be fangirling over anybody.
So I'm gonna try a shot
I
of
do
whiskey
too.
in
The
my
first
neck.
time I ever talked to him,
Go ahead.
sorry, again, it's that lag.
We got
I feel
Nightmare
I
Files.
feel so rude talking over you all.
But yo, Detective Creeps, look, it's Night Files. Nightmare Files. Do you see him? Do you see Nightmare Files?
My phone.
He's in his house.
Hang on, I'm getting there.
I'm gonna try putting a shot of whiskey.
I need to take a selfie with Nightmare Files.
Oh yeah.
On the count of 3, Nightmare Files, I need you to say, brains, wherever you may be at the moment. 1, 2, 3, brains. Nice, because the last time he was here, I didn't get to take a selfie with him. There you go. So, Detective Creeps, where were we?
Fangirling over Mr. Creepypasta.
Never. I never did that. It wasn't me.
I did.
I bet you did.
We got into a group chat about one thing or another, and he showed up, and on the other side of my phone screen, I'm like, "Oh my god, it's Mr. Creepypasta!" And he's like, "Just chill. It's okay. Like, I'm just a guy. It's cool."
Your voice cracked a little bit. You were like, "Yeah, you know, I'm just, oh my god, it's Creepypasta." Yeah, I'm alright. It's just
weird.
Creepypasta over
No,
there.
it is weird to see anybody, not for nothing, but it's so strange and different to see somebody fangirling over you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because honestly, to tell you the truth, we're not even that big, and it's happened to us a couple of times, and I'm like, what? I started giggling a little because I'm like, that doesn't happen. Like, not for us. We're just, you know, one of the guys over here on the horror tube community. And when it happened to us, we were like, nah, this can't be real, you know? So it was strange because I don't know, we just look at ourselves as, you know, little old school, a hole in the wall channel, you know? Like,
I know.
real.
I don't know what's the big hoo-ha.
Yeah, I never
What's the big
thought.
whoop about it, but it's all good. But you know something? Mia Mina says, I was always told by my voice teacher to drink some warm tea. Nightmare Files says, Detective Creeps probably doesn't know who I am. If you don't know who Nightmare Files is,
Oh no.
Detective Creeps, shame on you.
He is amazing. He's really good too. He's a veteran, if I'm not mistaken, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, he's a veteran. We thank him for his service as well. But yeah, he's been here and he has some great content.
Oh damn, Moschino is dropping a bunch of sauce, bunch of tea in the chat.
Oh.
Hey man, last night I watched MCP, dressed up as an anime girl. Never met your heroes. Damn. Dropping tea.
Wow.
Yo, MCP, you better come up in here and stand up for your honor, damn it. Wherever the hell you
And I
at.
know Nightmare Files. I'm actually subscribed.
He's on tour, so he don't got time for that.
Yeah.
But so who are some of your all-time favorites as far as like do you have any favorite like authors like Stephen King, you know, mainstream? Do you read books at all? Like, what's the deal?
No, I do, and there was a couple. The first one that I ever really got into was Bernard Cornwell, I think. And he wrote this big, long series. The first book was called An Archer's Tale. And it was all like set during the 100 Years' War. And dude put in some legwork to write this book. Like, he had everything down about like what was going on between the English and French. and why the British could use these big longbows and the French could pick them up and they couldn't even, pull the string. Just did a bunch of work, and it was a really good series. Ended up being they were searching for like the Holy Grail or something, and I read that back in high school.
Nice.
And then the last big series I read was Dean Koontz. It's called Odd Thomas, and it's about a kid that like he can see ghosts, and he has to try and like kind of avenge them, like find out how they died and who killed them. Because they can't talk to him, they can just kind of show him things. And for some reason, the ghost of Elvis Presley hangs around his house.
Okay, what is the first scary movie that you can remember ever watching, as far as your memory goes?
I watched part of End of Days. It was that Schwarzenegger movie where he has to fight the devil and all that. I didn't get to finish it because my grandma caught me and she didn't like all the satanic images and everything. The first full movie probably would have been... It was probably... Oh, actually, no, it was Evil Dead.
Evil Dead, huh? That sounds like a good one. I love that movie. Evil Dead is amazing.
That was a classic.
Great film. Great film. Name something that you would do different, though, if you had the chance when you first started out your channel.
Learned what I was doing better. Like my first videos, like I was recording on a phone and like some plug-in headphones and just like any free, like I didn't drop any money into it in the beginning. I did what I could with what I had, and then over time as I got more into it, my mom used to record music and she had an extra condenser mic, so she gave that to me. And then I had to buy about $200 in other stuff, like cables and a phantom power supply and all this stuff, and then software on top of it. But like, I wish I would have started off a little bit more professional, because now I got to go back and probably try to re-record all those videos so the audio sounds better.
So basically, you just dove in. You dove in, right? With 2 feet.
Yeah, I decided I wanted to do it, and instead of just, spending any money or really learning how to do anything, I just did it, and then kind of learned as I went. And I wish I would have taken a little bit more time to kind of figure out what I was doing so that it reached that higher quality.
So let me ask you this: Is there a Mrs. Detective Creeps in your life?
There is, and there's 2 little Detective Creeps and another one on the way.
Oh, congratulations! Oh my! Everybody, give hand clap emojis.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Congratulations. Baby
Thank you. Yep, come November, we'll have a
Detective Creeps. I would like
baby
to
creeps.
tell you
Another baby
one
creeps.
thing. That is so cute. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's so fabulous. We love family here. We're all about family and community above society. So Nightmare Files wants you to know that he records on his phone with no equipment at all. So it's something that you should know. If you have yourself a good phone, them iPhones don't play no games. They're very good. And the software that you can get on them for editing both audio and video is really, really good. I mean, but if you're going to stream and you want some power with a lot of kick, you're going to need a lot more than that. So, just so you know. But anyways, no, it is actually fabulous. I'd like to acknowledge somebody who's new to our live stream. Welcome, Spades, to Stereo Dread. I'm Miss Stereo. That beautiful velvet voice that you heard before is my lovey Kenny Dreadful, and this is our live stream, Stereo Dread, powered by our channel Dezombified.
Spades is into his house. Welcome, Spades.
Hey, what up, Spades?
And by the way, Spades, I'm checking your channel out now. I like it. It looks cool. We're gonna go into depth into that a little later on after our stream. I'm gonna have to binge on you, and reach out. So back to our guest, honey.
Nice. Have you already chosen a name for the new baby? Is there gonna be a reveal party, or do you already know? Or you don't know? You're gonna be surprised?
Oh, we already know.
So you did the reveal party?
No, we know it's No, we just went to the doctors and he told us we're having a little boy.
Aww.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How do your kids feel about, hey, dad's a YouTuber?
They're not really old enough to grasp it yet. My daughter kind of does. She's 6. My son is 4. And then the one on the way. So they kind of know, but they're not at the age where I can really share it with them. But I think my daughter will be super into it. I think they'll both be super into it because already they like, Nightmare Before Christmas. And, my daughter keeps wanting to watch Coraline, even though the last time she watched it, she wanted to sleep in our bed for about 3 or 4 days.
Right. Listen, I need to tell you this first. There's a nasty rumor going around, Detective Creeps, that you're trying to pull a Jackson.
Uh-oh.
You're trying to make a Jackson family, and that you're trying to get your children to narrate as early as now. What do you say to these allegations?
I mean, if they wanted to be a part of it, like, I would have them like read a line, but if the story's content wasn't appropriate, I probably wouldn't let them listen to it, or I would let them listen to, like their little part. But it's kind of like how Eminem did with Haley. Like he had her help him out with that. My dad's gone crazy. But, like she couldn't listen to it. She was in the song, but she couldn't listen to it because, he didn't feel that his own music was appropriate for his kid. And it would probably be the same kind of thing. Like if they really want to be involved, I'd be totally cool with it. But if it's something that like if there's a bunch of vulgar language, because like on my channel, like I don't hold back. I actually had Nico Wonderdust, who, if you've never heard of, is amazing. He actually made me a screen graphic. It's kind of like the warning, like, viewer discretion is advised and all that. And it's clean.
Nice.
Great work. But if it's inappropriate, I don't want them watching it. But if it's just like it's creepy, but there's no like gore or a bunch of bad language or anything, then I'm all for it.
So you already have admitted to using enhancements for your vocals, for your audios. And I heard a rumor going around the locker room that you might be using roids to get a better vocal performance. Is this true? What do you say to these allegations?
I'm sorry, what was the allegation? You cut out there for a second.
3rd degree.
Is it true or not that you're using steroids, sir, to improve your audio performance?
Crazy ass.
Oh, I plead the
fifth. Smart.
No. Just some
Just the whiskey.
before I record, and that's
Whiskey.
Nothing else. Nothing else. No. No other enhancements are needed.
Now see if I see if I did that, I don't think I'd have the attention span to do what I do. It would go from to bro, it was like it was a dark and stormy night or something.
Oh, look who's here. We have Sean G, everybody. He's chasing the truth hardcore. He's into his house. We just like to have some fun here. You know what I'm saying, Detective Creeps, you know? It's all good. We're just having a few laughs.
Yeah.
Are you having a good time?
Oh, absolutely. No, you're not going to offend me.
Nice.
I find that it helps me, by the way, with my ADHD. But every person's different. It's odd how you say you wouldn't be able to concentrate, yet for me, it helps me concentrate better. Go figure.
Look, Midnighter Tales is saying, yeah, audio enhancement drugs. I knew it.
Right?
This is going.
This is finding that.
The truth is out. It's going to hard copy. It's gonna be in TMZ. You're gonna be on TMZ, bro.
You just gotta find that happy medium. Like for me, if I could do it, like I can't because of my work, but for me, like that would be a celebratory thing. Like I recorded. Good for me. I'm gonna go get myself a Scooby snack.
Exactly. It's like that, a ceremonial cigar, that victory cigar.
Some Scooby snacks.
Nice.
I make the best edibles, by the way. Ever.
So can you tell us what you do for a living?
Dangerous.
Can you share with us what you do for a living, sir?
Well, right now I drive truck.
Cool.
I haul chemicals. Yeah, that's why I thought it was kind of funny that your opening news story was about a truck crashing.
Oh wow!
with all the dice.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Wow.
That's so funny. Oh man, you could just I always find that sometimes Kenny and I sometimes sound like Robin and Howard Stern. Like I'm his Robin and he's Howard Stern, and I'm in the background just laughing. I don't know why I get that vibe.
Ain't nothing wrong with having a good time.
That's right.
Mia Mina wants to know, has Detective Creeps ever been overcome emotionally while recording? Have you ever broke down and cried, bawled out, or anything like that?
No. Not while recording, but sometimes while reading certain stories. Pretty much anything involving like something bad happening to kids.
Yeah.
Especially like after becoming a dad, like you guys know, after becoming parents, like that shit hits you way different.
Totally. It really does. You're absolutely correct on that.
Like, it does. And so those kind of stories I try to kind of stay away from.
Yeah.
Just because like I don't like it. But then, you guys got that story that I sent you for your 1000 special.
Yes.
And that one kind of hits on that subject, but from a different angle.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. You sent us, I think, 4 stories that we're supposed to pick from, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct?
No, I just sent you the one. I can send
Okay,
you
so
some
I'm
others.
thinking. No. I'm thinking of somebody else. Somebody sent us about 4. But one story is fine. Don't even worry about it. That way we don't have to choose.
I'd like
'Cause
to
they're all
say,
good.
I'd like to say thank you. I'd like to say thank you to Mia Mina and also to DFP for saying that hashtag missed calling because they say I should have been a radio DJ. Well, thank you for that.
Well, this is a podcast, sort of the same thing.
Sorta.
Almost.
Not quite.
He does have a great voice. I love it.
But let me ask you this. So this recording that I did for you, and Evil Outcast also gave you some vocals as well as Raggedy Antsy. Is this going to be an ongoing story arc with other videos to follow?
Oh yeah, like I shut up, phone. I don't even know what the end of this story looks like. Like I've got ideas that I want to hit, that I want to make happen. But as far as like a finale to the story, like how it ends, I don't know. I have no idea how the story ends. It's something I have fun writing. I like the story. I like the world that I've built. So part of me just doesn't want it to end.
Yeah.
And so I have no idea how I'm going to finish it up.
I totally understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way I personally feel about A Grown the Witch from our original Scary Story series. But real quick, baby, I have a roll call plus. Did we forget to say hi and roll call DFP? I just wanted to know.
We got Slumber. Slumber reads, everybody. The big kahuna. He's in the hizzos. And what is up to DFP, everybody? They're in the hizzos.
Woo! It's a party, baby. Oh, goodness gracious. So let's see here. Let's ask another question, shall we?
Have you ever spoke or met a famous celebrity?
I've met some bands. As far as anybody like on TV, no. But I've met quite a few bands over the years.
Like?
There was this band, they kind of fell out of grace. Aiden.
Wait, get out of
They
here.
used to be like real heavy.
You met Aiden?
Yeah, the one love in your eyes now, be afraid. Them guys.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, I met them guys. Their guitarist Angel actually signed a pair of my jeans.
For real? That's crazy.
I've met for real, and they were cool, dude. Like he was the coolest guy because he was just chilling back there at the bar after their set, and the next band came on, and he just sat and talked to me for like 20 minutes. And he was just like a real down-to-earth, just chill guy. I met scary kids scaring kids before their singer like got all really into heroin and the band broke up.
Oh.
I met 3 Days Grace. I had the whole band sign a hat that I had at the time. Those guys were pretty cool. I met Seven Dust.
Nice. That's awesome, bro. I'm happy for you. You know something, though? We're all about family here. And I see that DFP happens to be your mom.
DFP is my mom?
Yeah. DFP says.
Oh, hi, Mom.
DFP says, "I am mama to creeps," and then there you go.
Okay.
Well,
That actually might really be my mom.
Well, it's nice to have you here, Miss Detective Creeps. Mrs. Detective Creeps. That is awesome, man. And you know what?
She likes what I do.
That's fabulous.
That is so cool.
We
I
are
love
all
that.
about family and support
that is
and
awesome.
you know, community. So check this out. We want you to make your mama proud. Are you ready to share some scary stories with us? And make mommy proud?
I actually got permission for a couple of short stories just today from an author I found.
Nice. Then we're gonna put the scary story scene, okay? And let you do your thing. Is this your first live reading?
Live reading? Oh yeah. So I'm a little nervous about it.
Not really. If you read stories to your kids, it's the same thing.
Yep.
Alright, so we're gonna mute our mics and we're gonna switch over to the scary story scene. You'll be fine.
And by the way, you'll be able to hear us, but not the audience.
Nope, they will not be able to hear us.
Oh no, you're fine. Do I need to start over? Hello, Detective Creeps. Can everybody hear me now? Okay. All right, starting over. Okay. Crime Scene by J. Marcus 7. Homicide. I flash the uniformed officer my badge as I duck under the yellow tape to head to the house. I want to get inside. It's too bright today and the sun's giving me a headache. My partner must have heard me coming as the door swings open. We found the girl upstairs, multiple stab wounds. We think it's drug related. I take in about half the information as I look around. It's all the same shit I've heard before anyway. I'm listening enough to notice him stop talking, so I reply, I'll just take a look around upstairs, and then we'll go knock on some doors. See if anyone saw anything. He gives me that look that says I can smell alcohol on you, but I just ignore him. I'm only halfway upstairs when the stench of death hits the back of my nostrils, almost sending me staggering backwards, but I keep going. I get a brief rush of fresh air as my partner heads outside to wait for me. Then the door closes and I'm alone with the smell. I reach the top of the stairs and follow the smell to the bedroom. As I enter, I see her immediately. She's lying on the bed, perfectly straight with her hands by her sides. She definitely looks like a junkie, malnourished, her bones pushing out of her pale, almost gray skin. Her black hair lying all around her gaunt face in messy clumps. The smell isn't helping my headache. The whole room seems to spin the closer I get to her. As I make it to the bed, I notice a creak in the floorboards. I guess it wasn't loud enough to wake her up before she was murdered. Briefly examine her skeletal body and then notice something's wrong. Swatting away a few flies, I turn to the door and pull out my phone. You done up there? He asks impatiently. No, I'm not done. You said there were stab wounds, right? Well, I'm not seeing anything like that. You sure this wasn't an overdose? There's a pause on the other end, but I can't figure out why. And then he replies with a confused tone. What are you talking about? I'm the one getting frustrated now as I snap at him. The girl! The effing dead girl in the bedroom. I'm telling you she hasn't been stabbed. Before I can go off on him, he interrupts. We found the girl in the bathroom and the body was already on the way to the morgue before you even arrived. Now get your ass down here before... I lower the phone as my breath catches in my throat and I freeze in place from fear. Behind me, I hear the springs from the bed as weight lifts itself up. I'm trembling now. My whole body has gone cold. Then I hear movement behind me, the creak of a floorboard, and I drop my phone to the floor. That's that. Crime Scene by J. Marcus 7 on Reddit.
J. Marcus 7th. You said 7th?
7.
Oh,
the letter J, Marcus, and then number 7.
Nice. That was a great story, man. Really enjoyed listening to it. Do you have another one you care to share with us?
7, number 7.
Okay. Is that the name of the story, number 7, or you were still talking about the author?
Man. Sorry. Might have to repeat anything. The video started playing and I couldn't tell what was from the stream and what was from you just now.
Well, Midnighter tells, he says that was awesome. Louis Witt and Maskino throwing a bunch of hand clap emojis in the chat. DFP says that was awesome. I agree with you, DFP, not because I'm being biased. I know you're not. Wink, wink. But no, seriously, if you'd like to share another story, brother, you know, we'd be more than happy to hear one.
Um,
Or how about, have you ever had a scary experience? Have you ever had a real life scary experience you could share with us? Maybe like a supernatural, paranormal, anything frightening that you could share with us?
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna put the background scene and the creepy music for you. Yeah. He's gonna share one of his.
I gotta change the speakers. Then he's gotta give me a second.
All right, just give us a second. We're gonna switch the scene over. Slumber says great narration, by the way.
Alrighty.
That's a compliment.
Oh, thank you, Slumber.
Indeed. That's like Chef Gordon Ramsay saying, "I loved your dish."
It really is. Well, when I was in high school, I lived in a small town. And there wasn't really a whole lot to do except drive around. I was out in Utah, out by where there's the Skinwalker Ranch. And so one night, on a Friday night, I got in the Jeep and I was just driving around town by myself. And I started driving outside of town. And I was passing the graveyard. Right after I passed the graveyard, I see a shadow in the middle of the road. And so I slow down and I start really scrutinizing it, trying to figure out, what the hell I'm looking at. And I bring the car to a stop. The headlights are shining on it. And it looks almost like a figure made of smoke. Like you can kind of see through it, but you can definitely tell that it's there. And there's just two like real dim red eyes in the head looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and we're staring each other down for a while, and then eventually, my survival instincts kicked in, and I said, you know what, I probably need to get the hell out of here. So I threw the Jeep in reverse and backed into the cemetery and then headed back into town. And I never saw it again, but that was probably the creepiest thing that ever happened to me.
Alrighty, we are back.
That was a great story, man. Thank you for sharing that. You know that DFP says you have always been good with imitations. So who else can you do? Bart Simpson? Maybe Bugs Bunny? Who else can you imitate?
None of them guys. The first one that I really kind of, because I grew up in the the late 80s, early 90s movies, so Arnold Schwarzenegger was a big one.
Get to the chopper!
And so eventually I started to get to the chopper, you've got to listen to me. We've got to get out of here. Or Predator, and you're like, what are you waiting for? Do it! Wait, now!
Hold on. I need you to tell me a scary story in the voice of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oof.
All right.
I'm trying to find some of them 2 seconds.
All right. This is gonna be epic. Hold on.
Man. Wait, what?
He's gonna tell us.
Find one I have permission for.
He's gonna tell us a little something scary in in the voice of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So I have to switch scenes again?
Nah, just leave it like this.
Like this?
Yeah.
With the graveyard.
Yeah.
And I love that artwork by Aisha. Aisha, if you're lurking.
Unless you have somebody else you think would be funnier than Arnold Schwarzenegger saying a scary story.
Oh no, I'll find one to read and I'll just go through a few of them. And then you can tell me who you think they are afterwards.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
okay,
what?
okay.
You know what? Maybe you could switch. You could do a couple of sentences as Arnold and whoever else you could do. You switch it up.
Let me go. Bueno, déjame ver.
That'll be
Many as
funny.
That'll be awesome. But I gotta think cool.
We had somebody do. We had Timothy Duran. He did one as Mickey Mouse. No, wait, or was it Mad Chatter? Matt Chatter did one as Chills, I think. Oh, wait, who else did one? Wasn't there a Hank Hill scary story?
Yes, there was.
And who else? It was someone else. It was funny.
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby. That boy ain't right. Peggy. Whoa.
Alright, I got
Bansheba.
one that I've narrated before.
She's in the hizzos. Welcome, Bansheba. Awesome. This is gonna be epic. Whenever you're ready, brother, you can just go ahead.
Alright. The tunnels. That's where everyone wins when it happens. Or almost everyone, that is. If you got to the tunnels, you made it. If you were on the surface, you didn't. And there were a lot on the surface. There was very little warning before it happened, with the sirens only lasting 15 minutes before it hit. Nobody's entirely sure of the numbers, but it had to be in the millions. So much life, gone in a matter of seconds. It landed north of Harlem. Its blast radius reaching more than halfway down the east and west side. With everything going on in the world at the time, everyone knew that it would happen sooner or later. And because of that, the city had a plan. The metro. The metro is safe, made to be safe, but more specifically, it was made to be a larger-than-life fallout shelter. Even more than that, it was a city under a city. Yeah, I don't know how this one's gonna translate, but we'll try it. So, yes, millions died, but because of the metro, millions were saved. However, the word trapped is just as accurate, as after the bombs fell, everything but the metro was drowning in radiation. Let's see, another one.
Christopher Walken. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
What's the next? Throw out some names and I'll try and hit them.
Obama.
Obama?
Yeah.
You couldn't just go up to the surface without the proper precautions. Those who had the proper precautions, however, were called stalkers. Their job was to gather whatever supplies they could find, mark places of high radiation, and carry out assignments. One of those assignments, however, ended up reaping more than it intended. It was a simple task: document all weather patterns throughout the new winter, and in the beginning, they gathered what was to be expected. But then things changed. Exactly 1 year following the attack, on April 21st, 2001, the first cloud came over the city. This was not a normal cloud. The only reason the stalkers called it that at all was because as high as the cloud, the top 1% of the top 1% of the cloud.
Simon Cowell. Do Simon Cowell.
Oh man. It was not a normal cloud. The only reason the stalkers, everything Everything else about it was just wrong. It was awful. It was terrible. Goodbye.
Simon Cowell.
Hmm.
That was awful.
Do the fat dude from that cartoon, Family Guy.
Quagmire?
No, the fat guy, the father.
The father.
Where was I? When they first described it to us, we couldn't believe it. But then they showed us pictures. This cloud, was so large and so singular that it covered the entire island in shadows. But it was how the cloud looked that sent everyone who saw it into shock.
Do the dog.
What?
No, do Stewie.
Gillette. Mess.
Do
No,
Stewie.
Stewie?
Yes.
Oof. That's one I still have a hard time with.
Oh my god. Stupid humans.
Yeah, I don't think I can do Stewie.
How about Sean Connery?
I
Says
haven't
your mom.
practiced him enough.
Do Sean Connery. The rest.
I actually won a part in a play once for doing Sean Connery. I can do that.
Nice.
Yes.
It was one gigantic gelatinous mass, miles long and wide, colored gray with glowing green tentacles hanging all over it. The direction from which it came was downwind, meaning it had to be completely detached from the rest of nature. Coming over the eastern horizon, the thing moved directly over the island, its tentacles brushing the tops of skyscrapers as it went.
Mike Tyson.
And oh god. And then, once it was in place all over the island, it let down its hail. This hail, as the stalkers called it, pinched off its ends of long tentacles, coming down as glowing green globs the size of basketballs.
That's hilarious. Mysterio missed the Trump. Do the Trump and the Arnold again.
No, I got it.
Trump and Arnold?
Yeah.
When the hail landed, it would spread out like a broken egg, coating the entire city in a messy, glowing glaze of green. It was the greenest green you've ever seen. It was fantastic. You would have loved it. It lasted 1 hour, the doctor said. And following that hour, the cloud had become very visibly smaller, but not like my hands, even smaller.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Arnold.
And Arnold again?
Yeah.
Ay, me va a dar algo. Ay.
But it was what happened after the cloud left that changed everything. Literally. The fleshy glowing matter that now coated the city began changing whatever organic material attached, turning trees and plants into twisted luminous objects, not of this earth. Then the bulky globs themselves quickly expanded to wake the places of darkness, forming large masses that would sprout a freakish fungus.
I can't, I'm sorry.
So keep going.
Oh, this
Don't
is
stop
awesome.
Don't stop.
Oh.
Do American Dad. Do the alien from American Dad.
Oh my
Roger.
god. Roger?
Roger?
Yeah.
Damn. That's hard.
It was not. Not for this guy.
Man. I don't think I've ever tried this voice before, so if I butcher it, I'm sorry.
Okay. Say Stan.
The rock globs have held. Stan. The rock globs have held themselves were sensitive to light, and each one a semi-independent organism, a living being, breathing thing that thrived in the dark.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Austin Powers. Do Austin
Yeah.
Powers.
Yeah, baby.
Yet the light resisted plants all over the fungus corrupted began growing and thriving all over the city, baby. I'm losing myself because I'm trying to do the voice and not reading.
Do it.
Meanwhile, the fungi took root in the confines of the dark, dank skyscrapers, baby, turning their insides into glowing jungles of fermenting fungi, if you know what I mean.
Do Shaggy. Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Wow.
Zoinks!
Like Zoinks! Every Monday the cloud would come, let down its hail for 1 hour, then move on, man. The worst thing, however, was what happened to any living thing that was unlucky enough to touch the fungi or get caught out in the hail.
You gotta do Gilbert Gottfried now.
Who
for
the hell is-
Bathsheba.
Who's
Oh.
Gilbert Gottfried?
We know
I gotta back away from the mic.
we know Gilbert Gottfried. Don't worry about it. Zoinks!
That was awesome.
The worst thing, however, was what happened to any living thing that was unlucky enough to touch the fungi or get caught out in the hail. Now, surprisingly, much of the city's indigenous life remained alive after the attack. Birds, rats, dogs, and even bugs were still littered across the city. But once these creatures touched the hail, they all began to change.
I don't mean to be laughing, dude, but this is hilarious.
Awesome.
I'm so sorry.
Holy
I'm
crap,
doing it.
dude! You are so good. You
Eddie Murphy, do Eddie Murphy.
Yes, please do
Oh,
Eddie
man.
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. It might be a mix between Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock. I'll try my best.
All right.
Birds, rats, dogs, and even these creatures touched the hail, and they all began to change. Birds and bats became monsters, growing to enormous size and dominating the sky, hunting down anything on the ground. Insects became the size of cats, rats grew the size of dogs, and dogs grew the size of bears.
Oh my god!
The ice cream
was
truck
awesome.
is coming.
I got
Mom,
the ice cream.
Mom, the ice cream man is coming.
Oh my god!
I got some ice cream. I got some ice cream, and you can't have none, cause you on welfare. Cause you on welfare, so you can't have none.
You're so
I could try
stupid.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, do
Oh
it.
my god! Please, okay.
The dogs would then travel across the surface in herds, hunting rats and eating fungi corrupted plants, as all the mutants needed the fungi to survive. Oddly, beside the insects, these mutants and plants were not at all sensitive to light, unlike the raw fungus that fell from the sky.
Do somebody from the Jersey Shore.
Oh.
Do somebody from the Jersey Shore.
Oh.
Jersey.
From Jersey.
Where was I? Jersey. Oddly, besides the insects, these mutants and plants were not at all sensitive to light, unlike the raw fungus that fell from the sky. Anyway, these monsters formed a life spread out all over the city, to the point where a new ecosystem was born.
Oh my
I've
God.
been wanting to try.
No, you gotta do the dude. The dude. Liam Neeson.
Oh my God.
I have very specific skills.
Oh man.
You know that guy.
That was hard.
Yeah, it's like just barely Scottish a little bit.
Anyway, these monstrous forms of life spread out all over the city, to the point where a new ecosystem was born. Flying demons hunted the dogs hunted the rats, and the rats hunted the insects. But
Tony?
no one, not even the demons, hunted the freaks. I told you what happened to the animals that got infected by the ale, but I did not tell you what happened to the people who got infected.
Oh my God.
Do
is
Tony
that Steve
Soprano.
Irwin?
Do
Did
Tony
he just
Soprano.
Do Steve Irwin?
Yeah, I think
That
so.
was funny. Was
Can
that
you-
No, that one's that's Alfred. What's his name?
Alfred from Batman.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know
Kane
nothing.
something.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about Batman.
But do Joe Pesci. How about Joe Pesci?
Ah,
Goodfellas.
Joe Pesci.
Oh. Oh man, I haven't heard Pesci's voice in a long time.
He's got a high-pitched voice for a guy. My cousin Vinny.
talks like this. Like I make you. What?
No.
There was
Yeah.
one gigantic gelatinous.
Oh man.
Do Jay-Z. Jay-Z.
Am I a clown to you?
Oh my God, that was
Yeah,
perfect.
that's it.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I a clown to you? Yeah, that guy.
Do I make you laugh?
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z. I don't think I could do Jay-Z.
Sound like you're high. That's it. With a deep voice
Yeah.
and slow.
Over.
Real slow. Real slow. He's like freaking.
It was one gigantic gelatinous mass, miles long and wide.
Do James Earl Jones. Darth Vader.
Damn.
Darth Vader.
Oh, Jesus.
I am your father, Luke.
So yes, millions died. But because of the Metro, millions were saved. However, the word trapped is just as accurate. As after the bombs fell, everything but the Metro was drowning in radiation.
Oh, but that does remind me of
That's awesome.
Down and your path to the dark side will be complete. Do it.
Do my precious. My precious from Lord of the Rings.
oh man, my wife loves that one.
It has us trapped in the Metro and we hate it.
Listen, you need to pick a voice and finish the story because we need to know how it ends. So pick a voice and just
I
end
don't
it.
think he remembers his own voice now. Do you remember your own voice? Can you do Detective Creeps?
No, I want him to finish it in a
Yeah, I
funny
think
story.
I'm still around.
No, I want him to finish it in one of those funny voices he started.
Oh my god.
My personal favorite was
Oh, I
Arnold
did. I
Schwarzenegger.
finished.
Oh yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was
Mine
funny.
that was my personal favorite.
That was hilarious.
But you know who came
What?
in? Mine was do Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah, Adrian.
The flying demons hunted the dogs, and the dogs hunted the rats, and the rats hunted the insects. But, no, not even demons hunted the trees. I told you what happened to the animals who got infected by the hell, but I did not tell you what happened to the people who got infected.
That's all they had on this. Like, it's not a finished story.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
that was freaking dope. I was gonna ask you to do one more person.
Oh, come on, you're gonna kill him.
What's that?
I'm gonna make him freaking do it until he can't do it no more. Hold on. You gotta do for me. Hold on. Do a Thor from the Avengers.
Oh
Thor.
my god, it's gonna be interesting.
Thor.
He doesn't even have an iconic voice, you know.
Yes,
that,
he
right?
does.
I don't.
That's
think
why
so.
Star-Lord was trying to mimic his voice. And
I
there was,
think to me he
What are you
should do
talking about?
Bane from Batman. That would be even better.
okay, do Bane.
You want to know who I was before the mask?
That is awesome. Oh my god.
Yo, Detective Creeps, man. We really appreciate you doing all these
I'm trying to-
voices. But now you got to do Papa Smurf.
Oh my god. That's gonna be hard. That's so old.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure I can do.
Any of the
Papa
Smurfs. All right. Let me see. Do somebody give me a freaking idea in the chat.
Oh man, this is awesome.
Let's see who else he got. Do Ben Affleck. I don't know. Do Matt Damon or something. Do
Matt Damon. Matt Damon. I always think of Team America. You're like Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
Oh man. Oh, that is so funny. Let's see. I'm
how about Mr. T?
Fool.
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
You're not-
Fool that wear them jeans.
You gotta
Skinny
do.
jeans.
Reminds me of that joke that Eddie Murphy told like, back in the 90s. And he's like, I'd be real disappointed to go to Hollywood and find out that Mr. T was, the other way. Like, hey, boy.
Oh yeah.
Say, hey, boy.
You look mighty good in them jeans.
Damn. That would be messed
I
up.
remember that. That was hilarious.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
That
He
shit
got
was
in
funny.
all sorts of trouble for that.
We got Linda Mergle. She's into his house, everybody. Give her a warm welcome. She's into his house. We got Ghost Tech. Ooh.
Oh,
They're into
Bing
his house. Nice. Mighty Might is on his way. He's into his house.
I love it when he does that. Mighty Might is on its way.
Oh man, but yo, thank you for
you remember
being
the
here.
old Sugar Bear?
The old what?
The old Sugar Bear commercials, like the old Golden Crisp?
Oh yeah, can't get enough those sugar crisps.
Can you
Can't
do
get
it?
enough of that Sugar Crisp. Me going strong. Hey there, kid. How you doing? Hey there, Granny. Why don't you give me some of them Sugar Crisps?
Ooh.
Keep me going strong all day.
How about Ben Crosby?
Can't get
Somebody
enough of
No,
that.
not Bing. No, Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby.
Oh.
Hey, Jello pudding pups.
What you see? Bill Cosby got a little harder to do after he was putting rupees in the drinks. Then nobody wanted to buy them.
Yo, Bill Cosby, you just got burnt, baby. Ooh, fire!
Demented Centaur said, "This is a warm his house." Well, thank
Yeah,
you,
it's a warm
Demented
his house,
Centaur.
baby. You know it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but yo, dogs, man, we had you on here since 6 o'clock. It's already 8. I'm pretty sure you got things to do, people to go, people to see, and places to go. But thank you so much for everything, man. You've been an amazing guest. You know, everybody, give me some hand claps in the chat.
Oh, no, definitely. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad you had me on. So thank you.
I know it was a little rough going in the beginning, huh, Miss Stereo?
Mhm. Oh yeah, it was very rough. But you know me, I like a challenge. I was about to say I like it rough. That's crazy. But anyway.
Adam Sandler, Waterboy,
Sorry,
right
I
quick.
saw that.
Real quick, can you do one more?
No, please.
Can you do one more for somebody? Somebody in the chat named Lewis Witt wants you to do Adam Sandler from Waterboy.
Now that's some high quality H2O.
Do a scary sentence as that.
As that.
It's the Waterboy.
Oh man.
Are you done? Will you stop now? I don't want to hurt you. Scott pleaded. When I get out of this, I will kill your family, your friends, and everyone you know right in front of you.
It sounds like a mix between Adam Sandler and Carl from South Park. Damn it, Carl.
Kyle.
Kyle.
You
Not
should be
Kyle.
Cartman.
Cartman, yeah, I can't stand him. He's an a-hole. But that's
When I
funny.
get out of this, I will kill your family, your friends, and everyone you know in front of you. You won't get lucky twice. I know you won't kill me. You're too weak. Respect my daughter.
You gotta do Butters.
Oh, well, geez, guys,
Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Butters.
oh, well, geez, guys, I don't know. That doesn't sound like such a good idea.
It sounds like Butters hit puberty.
Alright, you gotta do Mr. Mackey. Drugs are bad, okay? Okay.
Oh, listen up, okay? Drugs are bad, okay? Don't do drugs. Drugs are real bad, okay?
Yo, we're gonna keep him here for like 3
Alright,
hours. It's
fine,
already
fine.
been
Thank
2
you,
hours.
man. Thank you for the smiles. My face hurts from smiling so much. So thank you, guy.
Hey, no, I'm glad to be a servant. Thank you guys for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Same here. Oh, man. But you know what, Miss Stereo? Don't get me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Ah, shut up.
She's making me angry, Detective Creeps.
That's me, Booty Boy! Detective Creeps, I like the way you tell stories so much. Your imitations are amazing. Do me now. Do me, Detective Creeps.
Well, hold on now, baby. I don't know if I can quite hit that level of deep, smooth, and sexy.
Oh God, this morning.
Listen, I don't know what's be going on around here, but I think we've been hacked. I don't know who that is, but it just sometimes it happens.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was a hack. But Cho, I really appreciate having you here. Everybody, one more time, give it up.
Hey, anytime.
Jesus, this guy. He
Yeah.
doesn't know which button to press anymore.
Let's do it all.
Oh goodness.
It's that time, baby.
It's time for dinner, is what
It is. Thank you so much, Detective Creeps. Thank you for being here, Mama Detective Creeps. Congratulations, Detective Creeps, on having another baby Creeps on the way. Don't forget to say hello on our behalf to the other two little creeps you got creeping around, and it's been a really creepy day. And a lot of creepy stories, so...
Will do.
Oh man, you were great. Of course, you were very, very good. Love the way you do those voices, impressions, and no, that was awesome. But you know, like Demented Centaur says, we have the love diabetes. We give you so much sugar that with our love, that is, a love diabetes. So, you're welcome here, of course. You can this is an open door to you. Mikasa Sukasa, thank you very much. And we're gonna let you go. Thank you for being here. Anything you want to tell anybody before you leave?
Just if this is for everybody that's here that's already doing something on YouTube or doing something you're passionate about, keep it up. Things get hard. And, there's going to be times you want to get up. If you need to take some time off, do that. But, if this is something that you're passionate about, keep with it. I took a year off and then I came back, and this community has just always been amazing. Even after being gone a year, I came back and everybody was like, dude, we missed you. What's up? Mm-hmm. And it was great. So, reach out to people if you need a hand. This is, you won't find a nicer group of people than the horror community, which is really weird, but it's true.
Yeah, I agree. They're so amazing. I fangirl over each one of our beautiful family members here in the chat. They're all amazing.
Stupid thing is buffering again, dropping frame rates and all of that.
Ay Dios,
we are
Dios
so
míos.
Sorry about that, guys.
Puñeta.
Ay. What was that?
I have no idea. But Cho, good night, brother. Have a great weekend.
Absolutely.
And see you soon.
All
yep.
Right.
You guys too. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Round of applause for him, everybody. On the
Thank you. Thank you. Be here all week. Have a good night, you guys.
Good night. Nice. Well, everybody, I think that wraps it up for another awesome episode of Stereo Dread, powered by
Dezombified.
You're damn right.
If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. There is a zombie that's gonna come out to get you when you do. You want to meet a zombie? Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check the notifications as well. Oh, and by the way, put our YouTube channel homepage among your favorites if you're using Firefox, or bookmark it if you're using Chrome. You won't regret it. Keep checking up with us every day, because stuff be happening. People don't get their notifications. Better yet, send us an email and tell us hello, so that we can keep you updated with any channel updates should we need to. Have a great evening, everybody. We're gonna put our end scene on, but first we're gonna say bye-bye, Detective Creeps. that. That was great. That was awesome. Detective Screeve said bye-bye already. He's out here. So now it's that time, baby. You know what time that is?
That's right. Hey, listen, you guys got to be on the lookout, though. Supposedly, Dr. What is it? Dr. Creepins? Dr. Creeps?
No, man. Detective
What's his name?
Creeps.
No, the
Are
other
you
dude.
okay? Oh, Mr. Creepin, I think.
Something Dr. Creepin.
Something like that.
Dang it.
I always see.
I'm always messed up with
Now
these
I'm
names.
confused.
And also Dark Somnium.
Yeah, the Dark Somnium.
So y'all gonna be looking out for that. But
That's
yeah,
right.
baby, yo, Louis Witt wants selfies, yo. All right, cool. You ready, Louis? On the count of 3, wherever you at, wherever you trucking. You could be down in Alabama and Georgia and Kentucky, wherever you at. Let's do it. On the count of 3, Louis. 1, 2, 3. Brains. Yeah, baby.
Awesome. We forgot to take some selfies with Detective Creeps.
That's
but
all right. He's still in the chat. He just said hi.
Cool.
You ready, Detective Creeps? Come on. Count of 3. Say brains. 1, 2, 3. Brains.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being here today on this episode of Stereo Dread. We're gonna see you again Monday.
We're gonna raid Gothic Rose. She has a premiere.
Oh, Gothic Rose has a premiere.
We're gonna
awesome.
raid hashtag Dezombified raid.
To Gothic Rose.
Let's get that link. Somebody put the link in the chat so we can head over there right now, please. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Started 14 minutes ago. I hope
Hurry
you didn't
up.
miss it. But here you go.
We gotta
Hashtag
go quick.
Dezombified raid.
Yeah. Hashtag Dezombified raid, people. Somebody put the link in the chat. Me and Mina or somebody.
Got it.
Creepy clown girl.
On it. So let's go. Thank you for being here, you guys, today. And as always, Dezombi friends, watch your 6.
Don't forget to raid. Let's do it. Head over there.